And hello, everyone. Let's get the week off going right, or keep it going right with news and conversations. Hop on and join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to Beautiful Day!
We're getting used to that. Wala lang it's a.
Oo.
Wala lang it's a. Beautiful day though. It works. Ang ganda rin ng background natin. I feel at home. I wish my home looked like this.
Diba? Welcome to Casa Apaw.
Ayun.
And
Umaapaw ng saya. Diba? Apaw.
That's our new label.
Yes.
But I kind of miss the hello, everyone.
Yes,
I
I know.
miss that.
No, iba kasi kapag hindi tayo tatlo eh. Again, commiserations to our former colleague, Monique Tuzon. But then, of course, we have a packed show as per
That's
usual.
right. That's
Oo.
right.
And,
I'm so excited to talk to one of our guests because I checked out his account last night, Halina Filipiniana.
Yeah.
And I love the trivia that I found there. Meron nga about Julina Magdangal, one of her songs. So it's really interesting. So we're going to be talking about his blog where it's about art and culture and pop. What do you call that? Pop
culture.
Yeah, pop culture.
Yeah,
There you go.
I actually miss saying the word blog. Kasi it feels like, naalala mo dati, back in the day, yung Twitter, when it was called Twitter, it was seen as a micro-blogging site.
Yes.
Right? Micro-blogging, 140 characters.
Naabutan mo ba yung blogger?
Yeah, naabutan ko yung blogger. Clerk nga, naabutan ko eh. Multiply. But
Multiply,
then, multiply.
yes.
But then when you take a look at the fact that this is a social blog, it feels parang mas may depth compared to like saying, oh, I have a TikTok account, I have an Instagram account. It feels like it feels almost like a journal when you take a look at it. Diba? Because like, words matter eh.
That's true.
Oo. So I mean, like when you put that together, it feels pretty deep. I can't wait to get into that conversation. But we also have Offshore Music, yung indie label ni Ely Buendia.
Yes.
And so it should be really interesting kasi I think they started out, only 2016, but they're growing yung cast
That's
nila
right.
in terms of the people that they have signed, and they are looking for raw, unapologetic Filipino music talaga.
And you know what? One thing that excites me also about our interview with Offshore Music is that they are coming out with Caterpillow. There you go. They already came out with Caterpillow. So their artists did their own rendition of the songs from the Eraserheads Caterpillow album.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting, right?
I mean, like 100%, it feels like the new generation. I always am a big fan. This is the old person in me talking of yung mga the current generation, the newer generation, being able to rehash, redo,
and
reinvigorate.
Appreciate the music from our time.
And in some ways,
our time.
Our time. Kahit ibang generations natin. No, but then even when you take a look at the fact na, okay, so iba yung, I don't know, iba yung approach nila.
Yeah.
So it's updating it. It's retrofitting some work in general. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And of course, we always have our favorite Coach V later on.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And I think connections in the era of transactional blank. I'm not sure what the other word
Transactional love.
Love.
Yeah, because actually, according to studies kasi, a lot of Gen Zs and users of dating apps and then, all that stuff, they feel lonely and disconnected. A lot of them feel lonely and disconnected, which is a little bit like contradicting, right? Because now in this day and age where it's so easy to connect to people because we have social media, we have all these dating apps, but you feel disconnected. Why is that?
You know what? I'm also interested in you're right, by the way. And I think it's because it's transactional, right? That word transactional.
You feel like a merchandise?
Parang, like I feel like a piece of meat. So, diba?
Kasi when you think about it, parang ganun nga,
diba?
no? I mean, you're
like,
looking at all these people on the dating apps, you're swiping, diba?
Oo, minsan ka lang mag-swipe up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, but we got a lot of headlines to talk about
Yes.
first. Actual real news that we have to get into.
Yes, first and foremost, let's check the situation in major roads at this hour. If you're just about to leave your homes, here is the traffic situation along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. On the left side are vehicles going to Quiapo. We're seeing moderate traffic already building up on that stretch. Right side are vehicles going to Quezon Memorial Circle, light traffic on that area. Now, here's a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. On the left are vehicles heading to Pasay City. We're seeing light traffic on that area. Right side are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. No problem yet as of this hour. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Tuesday. So vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, heads up, motorists. Another round of oil price hike is in effect today. Gasoline prices will increase by 70 centavos per liter, diesel by 1 peso and 40 centavos, and kerosene by 80 centavos. This hike comes after 2 weeks of rollback, partly due to renewed attacks on cargo ships in the Red Sea. Now let's find out what the weather will be like this Tuesday. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Thank you so much, Anne. Let's take a look at how the southwest monsoon continues to influence the weather conditions nationwide. Now, this will bring different levels of cloud cover and rainfall. To start off over in Luzon. Now, the absence of large cloud clusters indicates generally fair weather for most areas. However, Occidental Mindoro, Romblon, as well as Palawan will continue to experience mostly cloudy skies with intermittent rain showers and thunderstorms. Moving south to the Visayas region, the southwest monsoon will continue to bring cloudy skies with the occasional rain showers and thunderstorms, especially in western Visayas, the Negros Island region, and central Visayas, as well as southern Leyte. The remaining parts of the Visayas will continue to have cloudy conditions with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Over in Mindanao, the southwest monsoon is also affecting the region, bringing cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the Zamboanga Peninsula, as well as northern Mindanao, Caraga, and the Davao region right over there. Now, the low pressure area that we have been monitoring outside the Philippine Area of Responsibility has now strengthened into a tropical depression. Now, it was last spotted approximately 1,925 kilometers east-northeast of extreme northern Luzon, with maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour near the center and gusts of up to 70 kilometers per hour. Now, according to Pag-asa, based on its current movement to the north, this tropical depression is not expected to enter the Philippine Area of Responsibility and will not have direct effect in our country. However, clouds have started to gather over the eastern side of the Visayas region and Mindanao. There is a big chance that these cloud clusters may form a new low-pressure area by tomorrow. Now, if it continues to develop, it could become a tropical cyclone and bring more rains in the next few days. Authorities advise the public to stay alert and regularly monitor weather updates for any changes in its development. Now, as for our sea conditions, Pag-asa has not issued any gale warning. Moderate sea conditions with wave heights of up to 1.8 meters may be experienced along extreme northern Luzon. Now, in other parts of the country, light to moderate winds may bring waves of up to 1.5 meters. Fisherfolk and passengers are advised to be careful as the southwest monsoon may still cause moderate to rough sea conditions. Let's take a look at the global weather now. Heavy rains caused the Guadalupe River in Texas to overflow on Sunday, forcing a temporary halt to search and rescue efforts. Eyewitness footage showed rising water sweeping through the area. In McGregor, emergency crews rescued a motorist stranded on a submerged bridge, as seen in videos posted by local fire officials. Over a foot of rain fell in under an hour on July 4, sending river levels soaring from 1 foot to 34 feet. Flash floods have since caused widespread damage, evacuations, and dozens of rescues, with more storms expected in the coming days. Government data showed on Monday that more than 110 people, including 53 children, have died in Pakistan since monsoon rains began in late June. Most deaths were caused by electrocution and flash floods, with Punjab province hardest hit. Authorities have issued fresh warnings for heavy rain, flooding, and landslides in the coming days. While monsoon rains are crucial for agriculture, they often bring deadly consequences. Pakistan remains one of the countries most vulnerable to climate change. And that's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you very much, Pao. In national news, whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan, or alias Totoy, filed a complaint affidavit with the National Police Commission against a group of police officers allegedly involved in the disappearance of several sabongeros. Among the accused are Colonel Jack Malinaw, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Orapa, and other non-commissioned officers. Patidongan claims they were also linked to extrajudicial killings during the war on drugs.
Itong mga pulis na to, sila ang kumukuha ng mga missing sabongero galing sa farm. Sila ang nagdadala doon sa Taalik.
Patidongan also accused Orapa of being the team leader who receives 2 million pesos a month from gambling tycoon Atong Ang. This is Patidongan's first public appearance since coming forward. NAPOLCOM Vice Chairman Rafael Calinisan said the commission has yet to review the complaint. He assures the public the pursuit of justice for the missing sabongeros has already begun.
Philippine National Police Chief Nicolas Torre confirmed that bones were recovered from Taal Lake in Batangas during a technical diving operation conducted by the Philippine Coast Guard.
Halo-halo, no? Kasi alam nyo naman na may farm yan dyan sa lugar na yan. Eh. May farm. Ang Taal ay farming yan. So, andyan na lahat na makikita natin. May mga na-recover na mga animal remains, may human, at mix-mix na ang ating mga tinitingnan ngayon na mga... Kaya kasama sa ating processing dyan, ang pag-differentiate kung ito ba ay animal origin or human origin.
Torre ordered the fast-tracking of evidence processing at the crime lab where DNA cross-matching will be conducted between skeletal remains and samples from relatives of the missing sabongeros. The PNP is also open to receiving additional samples from other families of the victims. Torre refrained from giving a specific timeline for the forensic examination, noting the complexity of the process.
The Philippine Coast Guard expands its search efforts for the remains of the missing sabongeros. From a 100-meter radius, the PCG is now scanning a 300-meter area. They're also now deploying remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, which can detect underwater objects 3 times more than regular flashlights. On Bilyonaryo News Channel's On Point, the PCG again denied allegations that previously recovered sacks were planted.
When it comes to dun sa yung what's inside or I think we're not the one who should comment on that. But dun lang po sa part na why is it necessary to put a new sack or cover? It's logically, yun po yun. It's to protect the integrity po. As long as we see it that yung integrity nung is very, kumbaga, hindi na siya ganun ka secured. So, our divers will try to protect yung yung object na yun na hindi siya kasi of course we're helping here po. We're helping the investigation. And just like what the expert said, na we need to secure maigi yung yung mga nakikita namin, and ginagawa lang namin yung part namin, and we're properly guided by the other authorities po in doing this.
A list of influencers has been endorsed to the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center of the DICT for their involvement in promoting illegal online gambling sites. Digital advocate group Digital Pinoy has not publicly released the names they endorsed for investigation, but according to them, it includes 8 big names, each with over 1 million followers. The past week, Digital Pinoy joined forces with the CICC to warn influencers to stop their promotion of online gambling. This follows reported phishing incidents where gambling site users were having their information stolen.
According to Secretary Dave Gomez, the Presidential Communications Office is undergoing performance review, much like the cabinet. In his first day at the PCO, the president's marching order was clear: work, not politics. Gomez says he will be focusing on promoting press freedom and countering fake news.
We'll see how we can improve the coverage of the president, not me. As I stated, the priority is to communicate the programs and policies of the president, promote press freedom and the digital transformation of PCO. So we need to expand the digital footprint, not just of the PCO but of the entire administration. Those are my focus areas.
Over in sports, the Philippine men's youth football team won their first ever Lion City Cup title after an undefeated campaign in Singapore. The under-16 boys national team defeated Cambodia 3-1, Singapore 2-0, and settled for a draw with Hong Kong 1-all. The squad emerged champions after Singapore defeated Hong Kong 4-1 in the final match. This international title is also a first for Philippine football in this age group in particular. Philippine Football Federation President John Gutierrez said the team's victory brings not only pride and joy, but great hope to young, aspiring Filipino footballers nationwide.
Now here's the tea today. Warner Brothers announced that Superman gave them a big win, landing the year's second biggest opening weekend with $122 million in the US and on track to double that globally. The early success marks a victory for director James Gunn and his ambitious plans to revitalize the DC Studios brand, despite backlash from US conservatives. Have you seen?
I have. I watched the premiere.
Oh, I am so jealous.
I watched the premiere.
Oh yeah, and you were able to meet that Superman guy that you guested
Jersey.
before.
So no, he guested
Yes.
here. He guested here, and I love seeing him because the first thing he did when he saw me was he gave me a big hug.
Oh,
because
Superman hugged you.
yeah, no, Superman hugged me, and unfortunately, Crypto Superdog was not there.
Aw.
But then I would fully recommend this movie. It's a throwback to Christopher Reeves. Actually,
Yeah.
it reminds me so much of Christopher Reeves.
Mhm.
And the look of it, the feel of it is just a happy movie. It's great for the kids. It's great for those who are not too exposed to Superman
Uh-huh.
and want to discover what the hype is all about. And if you're a dog lover, it's a big plus. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Aw, So excited. I'm gonna watch that this
You should.
weekend.
You
I
should.
promise. I promise.
Ito na naman, nasa mga promise mo.
Now,
Nako.
eto na! Is today going to be your lucky day or not? Let's go find out from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Feng Shui Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope for Tuesday, July 15. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Baka may biglang online na admirer. I-check muna kung totoo ito. Huwag basta maniwala. Blue at 3. Kay of Dogs naman tayo, matatapos mo ang backlog. Tiyaga lang. Fight! Yellow at 6. Kay Year of Tiger naman tayo, mag-sleep hygiene ka. Itulog ang pagod at i-recharge ang katawan. Gray at 1. Kay Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, wag i-post lahat online. May mga nanlililang gamit ang mga sweet na comments. Ingat ka. Pink at 7. Kay Year of the Dragon naman wag pumatol sa investment na mabilis ang balik. Delikado yan. White at 5. Kay Year of the Snake naman tayo, wag agad magtiwala sa taong too good to be true. Madalas, scam ang ending. Gold at 8. Ito naman, Kay of the Horse. Kung laging busy sa chat pero ayaw makipagkita, magduda ka na. Purple at 9. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, may nagpaparamdam na dati mong kakilala. Alamin muna ang true intentions. Green at 6. Kay Year of the Monkey naman tayo, kung ayaw magpakilala ng buo online, huwag na ituloy ang date. red at 4. Kay Year of the Rooster, hindi lahat ng pa-sweet ay sincere. Ingat sa mga clingy pero may hidden agenda. Silver at 2. Kay Dog naman tayo, bago ilabas ang savings, itanong saan mapupunta ito at bakit. Pink at 1. At kay of the Pig naman tayo, iwas tayo sa pay now, regret, later deals. Kung hindi sigurado, cancel muna. White at 7. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua, Bilyonaryo Feng Shui Expert.
Thank you as always, Master Hans Kua. Medyo kinakabahan ako sa horoscope ko because someone from my past will try to get in touch with me. And usually when someone from your past, you haven't seen them for a long time, gets in touch with you, that's to borrow money.
Well,
Most of the time, that's
either
the
that
case.
or baka may nangungumusta na ex, diba? You never
Ay,
know.
pang love hacks.
Love hacks yun. Oh, let's have Coach V answer that later. Yung sa akin naman, yung mga busy sa chat pero hindi busy for you in real life, hindi yan pwede.
Oh,
Di talaga yan pwede.
no.
But let's move on because this Filipino social blog made Throwback Thursdays more of a daily habit. Halina Filipiniana makes the effort to document proudly Pinoy snippets and clippings from Philippine media. We'll hang out with its creator, Roi Barrion, after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Vlogs like this are the lifeblood of Pinoy culture. Because what is culture if not remembering? Halina Filipiniana is a social blog paying homage to Philippine culture and arts, from the king of comedy, Dolphy, to Parokya ni Edgar. Let's go down memory lane in the Hangout. Now we're joined today by Halina Filipiniana creator Roi Barrion. A beautiful day, Roy. Thanks so much for joining us.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
You know, the thing I love the most is the fact that we now have an excuse to talk about old things. And in particular, loves your content because of the fact that it speaks to her youth.
There's a Jolina post and we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yes, 100%. But first off, let's start off. Why you started to do this? Kasi syempre, there have been pop culture accounts on TikTok, IG in the past, pero yours feels more almost curated and almost like a time capsule when you take a look at it.
Yeah, in a way, I didn't really start this blog to like gain a lot of followers. More than anything, it was a personal passion project for me. It's something that I do outside of work, so it's more like a creative output for myself. Like I was telling Jai, my girlfriend, who's very supportive about this, I literally started the blog when I was like waiting for our laundry in our condo.
Really?
So like, I was there, like it takes a lot of time. I have nothing to do, so I started reading, like watching stuff I like, started writing. So I wanted to use this platform as a way to like share my interests and basically what I like about Filipino music, movies, history, and literature as well. So that's where it started.
Why this particular content, the Filipino history, pop culture, and how do you do your research? What to post? How do you decide what items to post?
Yeah, I won't claim to be an expert, like a history expert or even a Filipino culture expert, but I'm a Filipino living here in the Philippines. I have a lot of songs, movies that I like.
Okay.
And I like to consume a lot of media. And my friends would tell you this, I like to overshare, like how much I like the things I watch, the things I listen to. So I found that to be like a natural way to do it. So there was really no like agenda to get popular or anything like that. It was really a creative output. And when it comes to the research required, so I know like we live in an age where anyone can just post anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I believe like fact checking, like research is still very important. I wouldn't want to be irresponsible about the content I put online. So I make sure that even though I'm not an expert myself, I've done the research. And if there are things that I need to correct, for example, I'm very much open to doing it or taking out the post.
In other words, hindi ka fake news.
I try to be not fake news. Yes.
No, but then you say that was a bit of a side project. First of all, this is a lesson to always do your laundry. And the second, this is a passion project in a sense because you actually work in corporate, right?
Yes,
In
I
fact,
do.
I think you're going to go to work right after this.
Yes.
So
That's the intention.
that's the intention. Kaya ganun yung get up mo. But then, so why? It takes a lot of commitment also. What is this sa buhay mo in terms of like yung mix nito? Because it is a passion project. It is for fun, but it's not always fun.
Yes, that's true. I try to make it fun still because it is a passion project and I hope the output shows that. But when it comes to doing the research, doing the work, I try not to take up a lot of time. Basically taking time away from work. So to the people watching, like my workmates, I'm not doing this at work at all. And also I don't want to
Your
take away
boss is
from-
watching.
Please don't fire me.
Sir, today lang.
Today
And
lang.
then sasabihin niya, malilate to today.
Hope traffic's not too bad. Pero my girlfriend, for example, I try not to take away from our time as well. So yeah, yun nga parang I do this during laundry time or when we have free time. So at most I spend like an hour or two a day. Like for example, writing the stuff. I do the research parang in the background. But I try to limit the involvement, at least for now.
You know, Anne, it seems like a lot of it happens during the laundry. So, damihan yung labada nyo.
It does.
You know what? It's actually true, ha? Kasi in the US, when we were doing our laundry sa laundromat, parang it gives you time to think. Diba? Because you're just sitting there waiting for your laundry to be to get done. And then you have time to reflect and think about so many things. Yung creative process sa mind mo.
Yeah.
Tahimik kasi.
Yeah.
But anyway, you on your labo, on your blog, you have history, a bit of history. You have pop culture. You talk about movies, like that Dolphy movie that you posted. Music, Jolina. I asked you this in the makeup room a while ago. Which of your content sparks the most conversation? Ano yung pinaka-patok sa audience mo?
Yeah, so far I've seen like it's a mix of media. Then some people like movies a lot. So some of my top performing posts so far are independent films, like the Dolphy film, Markova, for example. And I found like in the comments, people tell me that it's because either they really love that movie and they haven't seen it mentioned in a while, or it's something that they are just coming across for the first time. So I think it makes me quite happy that some people are able to rediscover like things that they already liked from before, or people are discovering new movies, TV shows, music that they are going to like.
Yeah, to be fair, sobrang deep cut kasi ng Walterina Markova.
It is.
It's such a deep cut, and you know, I've also noticed a bit of yung historical leanings mo, especially when we saw you posted for, I believe, Independence Day, reminding everyone that it was originally July 4. And then, of course, Walterina Markova was it's a World War II biopic, technically speaking, of Dolphy. So, talagang deep cut when you take a look at that. But then, when we bring back to the spotlight some of the greats in the past, like si Dolphy in particular, how important is that for you to remind people na grabe yung talent that we had and we should never forget?
Yes. Maybe I'm really not the expert. Like in any of this. Dolphy was way before my time, obviously, but he still made.
Di naman way before, pero sige.
Yeah, there's an overlap. His peak was, I think, even before I was born. So I think it's a testament to his longevity, like the body of work he was able to produce. And I think it's unfortunate that not a lot of people know that anymore, or not a lot of young audiences have seen his work. So I think that I just feel it would be good to share like all the greats that we witnessed before and the great works that they left behind.
And one of the posts, one of my favorite posts from your blog, of course, is about Jolina.
Of
the
course.
The Chuba Choo Choo song. So favorite mo si Jolina or favorite ng girlfriend?
I think mas favorite ni Jai, but of course, she's an icon. I love her.
She is a 90s icon. So what is it about that song and Jolina and that song in particular, bakit mo siya pinost?
I'll be honest, I posted that particular clip in July 1st. I was just participating in
July.
July na. There's a lot of memes, so I wanted to participate in that whole exchange. And I thought the Chuba Choo Choo song was the most memorable, at least for me.
That makes sense.
So I posted that, and I just thought it was cute. I also rewatched the movie around that time, and it was a classic moment when Jolina and Nikki Valdez's character were talking about it. So I found that a really interesting tidbit.
Jolina's a 90s icon. If there's a Jolina of today, who do you think it would be?
I don't think anyone can replace Jolina.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tall order.
Me. I'm like, Jolina's up there.
Yeah, she's up there, like multimedia star, pop icon, singer, actress. We have a lot of great, talented actresses, and singers right now. But like, I think it's better we appreciate them for who they are and what they bring.
Julina's a one of one.
Yes,
At saka,
exactly.
hello, bata pa naman si Jolina, no?
Exactly.
And you can still see her, teka.
Yes.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
No, but what I love about your content is that I'm waiting for the day that you go through yung mga iconic commercials.
Yes.
Oh, like
yung mga old commercials.
Mga old commercials. Like I'm thinking right now. Sarsi's one. Yeah, mag-Sarsi ka para maiba. And then the Alex Dixon ng I Can Feel It.
Yes.
Mga ganun.
Sample ka pa?
I mean, like, there's so many great pieces of Filipiniana that you can put out there. So, but when you're looking and curating yung content, how's that process work? Nag-aaway ba kayo ng girlfriend nyo? Like, how does it work in terms of the order of things?
Yeah, good question. Hindi naman kami nag-aaway. I hope not. Hindi pa nangyari.
I mean, she's here. She's taking photos.
She's very supportive.
And support. Okay.
It's the right tamang PR lang.
Yes. But in terms of the process, I think, so what I do, like, thank you for the ideas, like old commercials. If I like something or I remember something, I add it to the pipeline. And then basically, depending on what I feel on the day or on the week that I'm preparing stuff, doing research, I have like a list of ideas to draw from. And then I do the research from there.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And right now, nakabantay po yung girlfriend niya. Just so everyone knows, she's right there. Okay, so making sure that he says the right things.
Yeah.
And maybe she's pulling the plug.
I know the blog is still pretty new. You started just this year.
Yeah,
right?
just a month ago.
Just a month ago.
Yeah, but it's already growing.
Yeah,
it's growing
but
quick.
moving forward, where do you want Halina Filipiniana to go next? Are you looking at maybe making a pop trivia book or an exhibit or merch maybe?
Yeah. For now, I'm really just enjoying posting. Again, this is like a passion project of mine, and I am aware that this could lead to amazing opportunities, and I'm open to exploring those. But for now, I'm not giving myself any pressure. I still have a job to do, which I like. So yeah, just trying to balance this out and see where this goes.
Don't worry, we're the one giving you pressure. But when we take a look at the type of content that you have, okay, so you have a bit of old films, a bit of music references as well. Eventually advertisements, because we already gave that suggestion.
Yes.
Credits to us.
Of course.
When you take a look at what you've discovered so far about Filipiniana, what do you think that is?
I think there's a lot. I mean, again, we're Filipinos, we're living here. I think when it comes to Filipiniana or Philippine content or media in general, there are really a lot of gems out there that I believe like we don't pay enough attention to anymore, or at least we're taking for granted. So I think it's in a way it makes me happy that through this little project of mine, I'm able to share like gems with other people, and they get to enjoy those same things that I enjoy.
Your audience, do they ever like message you asking for parang collab,
Mga request.
like what, or request like what we did? We suggested like old Filipino commercials. Are you open to adding more people to your team apart from you and Jaira?
Yeah, right now we're a 2-person team,
Oh,
and
yeah,
this
eh.
is a very
Yeah.
lean operation. But yeah, definitely open to collaborations out there. I have a lot of followers like commenting ideas or
yeah.
even DMing me. So all those are appreciated, and yeah, looking forward to like working with more people if given the chance.
Mag-a-apply na daw si Ann as a content creator as
Baka
well.
puro Julina ilagay
No,
ko.
yun nga eh. No, but actually, my question to you, Ann, what do you want to see there next? I already mentioned
I
advertisements.
like yung mga young artists from before. Well, hindi na sila young. Like maybe TGIF, sila Bobby Andrews.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Bobby Andrews. Hi, Bobby. Yung mga ganong trivia, yung mga 90s TV shows, diba?
Yeah.
What's that? Ilog, Tabing Ilog. There you go. The stars of Tabing Ilog. Mga little known facts about those stars. diba?
I want, ako personally,
Ikaw,
I
what?
want a bit of a reminder of yung mga old children, ano ito? Children programs. Like
Batibot?
Clips from Batibot,
Yeah,
diba? Kasi,
yeah.
Clips from Batibot, sineskwela, mga
Oo.
ganon. Or,
Oh my gosh, nung panahon ko nga, Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club.
Okay, baka that might be a bit too old.
Grabe ka naman, sandali.
No.
Nasaan na ka ba si Uncle Bob? Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club. Tapos ano yun yung may... Huh?
Flying House.
Flying House,
Oh my
Superbook. Yeah.
Superbook. Yeah, nabuno ko yung
Yes.
Superbook.
Oo.
Okay. But then,
Kasi ni-rehash nila eh.
yes. Kaya nabutan ko eh.
Yun lang.
But then, Roy, before we let you go, I kindly invite all our viewers to go give you a follow
Yes,
and, of course,
please.
check your stuff out.
Yes. So everyone, please follow my account. It's Halina Filipiniana on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Threads. And we hope you enjoy the content that we're posting. And if you're into Philippine history, culture, arts, media, we hope to see you there.
We also expect to see the first ever episode of It's a Beautiful Day on that soon.
Yes.
On Halina Filipiniana.
Yes, please.
Oh,
I-post natin
yan yung ano to,
First,
yan yung in exchange for this interview. Then, Roi Barrion, creator of Halina Filipiniana, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Paolo. And
now go where the sound takes you. That's the tagline of this Pinoy indie label making waves in the scene. Offshore Music joins us after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. You might have heard of Enamori, Alyson, and Carousel Casualties. These rising artists are only some of the names signed under Offshore Music, a label founded by Eraserheads frontman Ely Buendia. What's the story behind Ely's brainchild, and where has their search for refreshing Filipino sound taken them so far? Let's put on our day mix. We're joined today by Offshore Music General Manager Audrey Dionisio and A&R Director and part owner Pat Sarabia. Beautiful day, Pat and Audrey. Welcome to the show.
Morning.
Morning.
Thanks for having us.
You know, when you look at your lineup of musicians, what would best describe all of them?
Wow. I'd say they're diverse, creative, collaborative, innovative. I don't know. Only because they don't have one genre.
Yeah.
Most of our artists actually are a plethora of different genres. So yeah, I would say diverse would be the best, I think.
Yeah, Pat, I want to ask you about this because it says here that I'm just looking at the very description on your own website, Offshore Music Philippines, that you champion raw, the real, the refreshingly original in Filipino music. When you talk about refreshingly original, what is originality na hindi fresh?
I guess that's a break from the usual. And something that could inspire, and something that things, maybe music that makes you go or something like that. Yeah.
Gusto ko yung Audrey, ano ba yung na yan?
No?
Oo.
Yeah.
Audrey?
Yeah. So well, it's hard to say because I think if I'm gonna speak for offshore, like in itself, really original, I would say, is something that doesn't really go with the trend,
Yeah.
viral, or what's uso, which is generally what our artists are usually all about. Like
Right.
we don't have artists in our roster that are, viral or doing the same genres as what's like hot on
Yeah.
the Billboard Top 100, so to speak. But I think that's what makes it refreshingly original, because it's most often than not, when you listen to our artists' music, it's not something you hear every day, at least these days. So it's quite refreshing. It's ordinary, and it's original because they write their songs themselves. And yeah, that's what I would say about that.
Offshore Music is the brainchild of Ely Buendia. How did it come into being? Ely's vision in 2016. What was the spark that led him to launch this label? And what type of influence does he bring inside the record label, Offshore Music?
Yeah, I think Pat can best answer the start.
Okay, Pat.
Well, the label was founded originally for one of Ely's own side projects and bands called Apartel in 2016. And then as like we were getting more into the business of that, we decided to invite younger artists that we and just continued to support them, guide them, mentor them on their journey, until that just kept snowballing really until today. So yeah, this is where Offshore is today. We're bigger than ever, and busier than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, bigger than ever, busier than ever, Pat. And there's also that that recent Caterpillar tribute album as well. How did that come about? Because it is a fresher take on some iconic hit, something that it could be creatively dangerous if done wrong, but then of course, done right, it's obviously going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So the Caterpillar album is actually celebrating its 30th year this year. I mean, and also Ellie coming fresh from the Eraserheads tour in Australia. He thought that it would be something that would be great to celebrate. And so Pat and the rest of the offshore team decided that, hey, maybe we should give our artists that platform to
Right.
kind of pay tribute to it. And I mean, you asked earlier how Ellie would contribute to the artists from 2016 to now, and like Pat said, that it's more of mentoring and a sharing. But
Yeah.
for this particular project, Ellie pretty much left the reins to the artist. He didn't have any like notes except like how would you interpret the song. So I guess he put so much trust in our artists, rightfully so. And they just went with it. They went with their creativity, their ideas, and thankfully it turned out to be really great. And as you said, it's really risky to go dive into a very famous album,
Yes, yes.
very loyal fans. So it was risky, but it turned out. I mean, the feedback from the fans have been so positive.
Uh-huh.
Goes to the past that when you do an Eraserheads cover, it's hit or miss. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
or you
True,
like it or
true.
you hate it.
Uh-huh.
So far it's been great.
Uh-huh.
The conception of this album was happening during the heads tour.
Mhm.
So I would bring some of the demos to the boys, the four guys, and have them listen to it and, "Oi, what do you think? What do you think?" And they would make comments. So early on, the artists were still able to kind of hear the comments and make adjustments. So there's really some touch of the boys into this album. So it makes it really special.
Is there a particular cover that blew you guys away?
Oh, yeah. Ako personally, I enjoyed the cover of Super Proxy featuring Steph Aranas and Amateurish, only because Super Proxy's been covered so many times. It's a rock song featuring Francis M, very
Yeah.
iconic.
Mm.
But this band from Baguio and our artist Steph Aranas really took it took it far, but not too far that you still hear the magic of the song.
Right.
So, but you guys have to listen to it. That's my favorite track.
Yeah, I would agree with Audrey that the Super Proxy cover was definitely one of the most interesting and thoughtful covers.
Yeah.
But I
Mm.
have to give a shout out to the Alyson cover of Wag Mo Nang Itanong. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
you know what? I want to dive deep into this eventually, right after
Okay.
this. But of course, when we talk about offshore in general, syempre the music industry has changed a bit. Pat, this one's for you because let's be frank about it. Social media has changed the game in the way that music's almost promoted in general. We always talk about not necessarily chasing what's viral, doing what's trending, because it's what makes you unique. But then, how does offshore manage in this changing landscape wherein it feels like everything has to be a hit or everything's almost engineered para sa social media?
Well, we focus a lot on live performances, live gigs. I mean, we do have artists who enjoy social media. I
Yeah.
don't think social
Yeah.
media is bad. It's a tool and it's there and it's available for everyone. And we have some artists. I mean, naturally artists are, introverted, or they have their moods. That's what makes artists creative and expressive.
Yeah.
So we respect that if they are not into exposing so much of who they are, or rather pretending to be someone they're not. Because when you do follow trends, you're just sort of fitting into an expectation of what the general public would like to see from you, right? And we don't force that upon them. Like, we do have artists who are into that and they genuinely enjoy it. But so we really try to get the artists to promote, if they're happy with just doing the gigs and having like maybe a cult following in their like niche music circles, then we've done our job. As long as the artists are content, they're happy, they feel like they're doing the thing that they wanted to do, then yeah. But if we have artists with bigger goals who want to achieve like maybe chart topping songs and stuff, we also help them work towards that. Yeah,
Right,
we
right.
really open, and we encourage our artists to be very transparent with us with what where they want to go with their lives, you
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of social media, nandiyan na rin yung ano yung parang algorithm,
Yeah.
algorithmic discovery. And sometimes this traps yung users in a narrow musical loop. Parang ito lang yung selection that they're
Yeah.
exposed to, especially TikTok, 'di ba? Ito lang yung mga music that the users are again exposed to. How did this change the way that you discover and promote artists? You know what? I had a conversation. Sorry, I had a conversation also with a musician friend of mine, and sabi niya there are some artists that would rather put their music out there on social media than to like have a particular label. So how did this change the way things are for offshore music? Did it change the way you discover artists?
Yeah. Audrey, let's have you.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, TikTok really took off during the pandemic, I would
Mm-mm.
say. And that was actually the time that we were signing more artists than ever.
Right.
But it did change a lot only because, like you said, yeah, that it's so accessible. It's so
Yeah.
um and yeah, some artists do choose to go that route where we they coined the term bedroom artists, where
Mm.
they write
Mm.
songs in the bedroom, they record it, they post it, and basically their whole career is in their bedroom, right? And that's not bad. There's actually a whole, slew of artists that done have done really well. But I think there's still some importance in joining a
Yes.
label, share your music, because you're getting advice and mentoring from people that have been in the industry for quite a while
Right.
and have experience, and I guess the know-how on how to navigate your career or how to grow your music. Because sometimes, like with TikTok, I was just actually having this conversation how there's some sort of brain rot happening when you're
Mm.
doom scrolling. People's attention span is not as long. So, like, as a musician myself, when I come up with a body of work, let's say an album, there would only be one song that would be listened to,
Yeah.
because that's,
Right.
let's say, the algorithm shares. And it's so sad because you're not able to kind of experience music anymore or enjoy it or connect with
Right.
it.
Right.
Like, you can scroll and go to the next song, and
Yeah.
that's like the downside of it. The upside is there's more access
Yeah.
to
Yes. Of
more
course.
music. Like before tayo, I don't know, we would wait for our favorite song on the radio and press record on the
Oh my
cassette.
God, I used to do that.
And the timing of it, like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this song in a while.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, like it's just not worked for
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, find your sound, your music.
Mhm.
So it's a challenge. It is a challenge, but offshore music, we kind of find the balance. We, like what Pat said, it's a tool,
Mhm.
but it's not our main like tool. We still are old school. We still
Yeah.
do vinyl. We still do cassettes and CDs. So
Okay.
You still do
Speaking-
cassettes and CDs, vinyl.
Vinyl, yeah. I think
Yes.
vinyl is very vital ka sa offshore music. Eh.
And,
Speaking of, okay, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, Ellie recently released his album on vinyl cassette and
Vinyl.
CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of labels, you partnered with Sony Music in 2023. How did that partnership change things for you?
Oh man, we're so used, like especially me and Pat, we're so used to doing things on our own, like the DIY and like everything like that. So when we partnered with Sony, it was refreshing because it's like the first time to be exposed to like a bigger machine, so to speak.
Yeah.
Word, we learned a lot. But what's nice was we never really lost that, I guess, our music
Yeah.
integrity.
Yes.
And not to say that joining them you lose that, but like
Oh, yeah.
obviously there's bigger machine at play. They have other I
Mm.
guess tools and ways to like promote music, find music. but they allowed us to stay ourselves. So basically 2.0 versions of our. They also learned some little things from.
On that note, actually, Pat, I have an interesting question because I remember this. I was at a party recently that involved karaoke. It was a family friendly party,
Okay.
and then there would be the younger generation, mga Gen Z. Magkakaraoke sila, pero memorize lang nila 1 minute of the song because that's all they hear on TikTok.
Oh. Yeah, yung short-term version.
Sobrang short-term version. Hanggang one verse and a chorus and then that's it.
Yeah.
Pero, Pat, just knowing that people are consuming music differently already. I mean, we already talked about it a while ago with the whole TikTok generation having to understand that. And of course, the market is also getting younger. And of course, you're trying to reach out for them. No, has the creation process changed in any way that you have to sort of cater to a certain market? Because I know that we want the artists to be happy with what they're doing, with the work that they're doing, but of course they also want to be listened to as well. How do you manage yung balance na yun, considering na iba talaga yung attention span at listening habits ng tao ngayon?
Yeah. I mean, how do we manage that? Well, yung attention span, I don't think we try to cater to that necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our artists would be making 30-second songs. Then I think today, a lot of artists are consumed with having that parang hook, and I feel like the creation process of music today is focused on within the song having like a hook after hook after hook like that.
Yeah.
And like so that they could cut it up into bite-sized snippets for TikTok, I guess. But yeah, with our artists, we don't pressure them at all,
Right.
honestly, in that way. And we have artists who write more than 5-minute songs or whatever,
Wow.
which is not really unheard of. But in popular music, yeah, maybe it's not unheard of.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who do enjoy these different styles of music,
Right.
these types of music, and I'm honestly one of them. I don't have TikTok, and I don't listen to Oh, sorry, that's my cat. I don't listen to
Cats are okay.
TikTok.
Dogs as well.
Don't listen to like TikTok music. So whatever TikTok music means. So I don't know. It's I to answer your question, I think we actually don't really cater to that.
Okay, I love how Offshore Music is really championing OPM, refreshingly original Filipino music. But Pat and Audrey, where do you guys think OPM is headed in the future?
Wow, that's a loaded question. It's really hard. Like they always ask that. Where it's headed. But I would like to think on the global stage, I think people are more like open. I guess like before, language was always a barrier to music, but now it's like everyone speaks Korean because they're K-pop fans.
Yes.
I feel like I see OPM like in the future, people singing in Tagalog, in Filipino, enjoying our genre of music. So yeah, I see it being on the global stage. Hopefully, if the government supports the art,
Yeah.
like the K-pop artists are supported by Korea, I think we'd be unstoppable. I think that's the missing key.
Well, of course, we wish we had more time. Actually, mahaba na to eh. But then we wish we had more because I still have like a slew of questions. But we gotta wrap things up.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming on over and bringing music into our morning.
Refreshingly
OPM. Original
yes.
music to our morning.
So thank you so much for joining us on Beautiful Day. Offshore Music General Manager Audrey Dionisio and A&R Director and Part Owner Pat Sarabia. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
Now, it might be social media, the illusion of endless choices online, or the dating apps. But for one reason or another, young people are claiming to feel like modern love has gotten transactional. Is there a hack for making connections feel real again? Dating coach V joins us on today's Love Hacks after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello there, welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. AI, dating apps, and social media all claim one thing, and that's human advancement. But why does the price seem to be the human element itself? A staggering 73% of Gen Z report feeling disconnected, according to capita.org. How can this generation find genuine love in an era where love has felt transactional? Let's talk about that on today's Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad. Love hacks, we got
And we are joined today by our resident love and dating coach, Coach V. Beautiful day, Coach V. Hello.
Beautiful day. Good morning, everybody.
Namimiss ko yung beautiful day.
I know, beautiful.
Yes.
Ganun pa rin yan.
Ganun pa din yan. That's good.
I love this topic because Anne is foreign to this topic.
Yes, very much. Because
Oo.
I have never tried using a dating app. But like what we were talking about a while ago, you know, at this day and age, everything is connected and it's easy to be connected because we have
Absolutely.
social media, we have
Mhm.
email, we have what do you call that? Mga apps like Viber, we have dating apps as well. So it's easy to get in touch with people, stay connected, and yet so many Gen Zs are
Absolutely.
feeling disconnected
Correct.
and they're feeling lonely.
Yeah, they're feeling lonely.
Lonely.
And what I like is that it's so easy to connect to people now.
Yeah.
And then we are going back to the days wherein at least tayo we're harkening back to the days na namiss mo ba na mahirapan to talk to someone? But then, Coach, the term used well when we were discussing this is actually transactional.
Transactional.
Yung modern love is transactional. At ano nga ba yung transactional love?
So transactional love, that is the result of these dating apps and love as a whole being gamified.
Gamified. Okay.
Gamified.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead of, you've mentioned that it's easy to connect with people now, but it's getting harder and harder to fall in love because love itself or the process of finding love has been gamified, meaning instead of you putting yourself out there because you have a genuine interest to connect, now you are comparing people through their assets and values.
Yeah. Diba? You feel like merchandise,
Mhm.
right? Because you're out there, they're looking at your qualities, they're looking at your physical features, diba? I don't like you, swipe.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, sometimes you feel like a fine marbled Wagyu steak. Oo. Kailangan Wagyu yung tipo yung taba part of it. Pero, I mean, like,
parang
yeah.
sa Japanese restaurant, yung conveyor belt.
Oo.
Ayoko yan.
Diba?
Ito,
Actually,
sa
oo.
akin.
Or my
Right?
love, it's like this, like mukhang masarap yan, pero parang mas masarap yun.
Oo.
Diba?
Yes.
So,
Pero mukha
yes.
lang.
Yeah, sometimes mukha lang. That's why we do a lot, you get a lot of matches, but by the end of the month, February 14, Christmas or special occasion, wala ka pa din kasama. So,
I mean, like, it feels damaging a bit kasi superficial judgment. It feels like, at least sa mga apps, all right? It feels like you're looking at the menu and you need to look at the picture of the food before you pick. I hate that we're making food references to this. Pero when we take a look at the fact that it's so easy right now to just base things superficially on yung appearance, on what you have online. It has that change siguro yung habit natin when it comes to actually selecting partners or giving partners a chance, potential partners a chance.
And how damaging is this as well?
So there are actually two ways to look at it. But generally, as a dating coach and a matchmaker, even if we connect people offline, I will not demonize dating apps because dating apps have paved the way to thousands, if not millions, of lovers out there, right? So if you use it right, it has a very high potential of connecting you to somebody who could be your life partner. But the problem right now is, based on psychology, if you get too many options, it's just basically we make bad decisions. That's why, as much as possible, if you're finding somebody to love, you don't overwhelm the person with 100 matches.
Right.
You give them, I don't know, maximum, based on science, maximum of 6 people that you could get to know at the same time. But these dating apps, of course, by the end of the day, it's business, right? So
Yeah.
there's an aspect wherein I was speaking with one of the founders of Match.com, and we were discussing how sometimes dating apps know the right algorithm to help you find love.
Okay.
But why would they put it out? Why would they even tell the people about the formula? Then they go out of business. So it's actually the part of that business as well to keep the people coming back on the dating app. So instead of me giving you the formula to find love, I'll give you a little bit of taste of love, but I'll make it in a way that you'll come back for more.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we're pawns.
No,
I know
actually,
it's a business. I've never been on a dating app, but how does a dating app monetize romance?
may
Kasi
subscription yung iba.
and I read that yung ibang apps, they have these parang rewards or points, and then you gain money out of it or something. So that really makes you feel transactional, diba? The whole process.
Well, of course, first is, in order to use this dating app, so you could use it for free, but you would have to pay in order to have access to more people or talk to more people, right?
Okay.
But one of the ways that it's being like transactional is, it's not because of the dating app, it's the people using the dating app that's committing all these mistakes. So, for example, so one of the misconception is dating app is different from talking to a person in real life. Now, imagine if we talk in real life and I say hi and I never say something again. You think we're gonna connect in person?
No.
Yeah, but a lot of people approach people on dating apps like that. They're not gonna lift the conversation because they're gonna assume that the other person will lift the conversation. Unlike when we are in person, pag tumahimik ako, what are you gonna do?
I'll talk to you more.
You'll talk to me more. So
to encourage you to talk more.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you're right. So if you approach talking to people on a dating app as if you're talking to people in real life, then you will have a higher chance of connecting with them on an emotional level.
So kailangan pala, when you chat with someone on a dating app, make sure it feels like you are really having a genuine conversation, a genuine connection. But ang hirap eh.
Kasi kailangan two-way.
Oh, plus
my
you
question
need
is-
to be looking at that person.
Right.
Well, that depends also. But Coach,
Right,
you're going to bring up a point?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, she said, ang hirap. Why do you think, Anne, it's mahirap to have that conversation, long, deep conversation with somebody on a dating app?
Ooh, let's put Anne on the hot spot.
Wow.
One of
I feel like it's better to really be face to face with that person you're talking to in
That's
order
right.
to feel what they're feeling. Diba? You want to see, kaya lang kasi may video call na eh. But it's still different when there's this distance between you. Diba?
I
Compared to like, let's say, tayong dalawa.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of each other.
I think kasi it's
I can see your gestures. I
it's
can
a
see every facial
generational
expression.
thing as well. I think kasi at least sa generation natin, all of us.
namin, kung maka namin si
Oh,
Pao.
sorry. No. Okay, pre-dating app. Okay.
Okay.
Like I don't know if the younger generation has experienced yung kaba trying to approach someone they
Right?
find attractive.
I know.
And then you get into a good conversation, then pala may boyfriend na pala.
Diba?
Then yung hassle eh. But then,
That beauty of not knowing.
no,
is
yeah,
actually-
like may konting thrill yun.
Diba?
Oh.
Because I recently went out with a few friends, and one of our guy friends was single, and we actually like na-miss ko maging wingman. Nag-wingman ako, okay?
Okay,
So,
wingman.
diba no, I mean
Okay.
like it feels
Yeah.
like that aspect of it is gone sa dating app. I mean, like when you take a look at
Yes.
how
Correct.
it's changing the habits of the younger generation. I don't know if you had younger clients, coach, but then when you take a look at yung younger clients mo, and of course yung approach nila to dating, how do you feel that the dating apps has changed yung habits nila to what we were used to?
Right.
Like, is it completely different already?
So it's very different in a sense that they're so used to having more options. So just imagine right now if we are in a room full of people, then if Anne talks to me and you talk to me and somebody else talks to me, then there's no way for me to be able to connect deeply with Anne or to have that deep conversation with Pao. It's just like on a dating app. That's why when she said it's hard to have that conversation, I agree with her, because it's so hard to have that conversation, deep conversation with one person when you have 20 more people messaging you. Why will I even talk to you for an hour if I have 20 other more options? Who
Like,
may be or
Kasi
may
you
not
know
be a
that
better
that
option.
that option, yung giving them options, it
is
makes it
actually
feel
one.
really transactional and not genuine. The connection is just not
Kailangan
genuine.
mo kasi i-limit yung collect and select process
Yes,
mo.
yes, absolutely.
I think that's something.
Kailangan may threshold ka.
Oo,
Tama.
parang isa yon sa dapat gawin eh. 'Di ba? I mean, you're saying that dating apps, they can be beneficial.
Very
So
much
how
so.
can people, especially yung mga younger generation, how can they use these online platforms as a tool to their advantage?
Yeah. So it's called a dating app, but honestly, for me, it should not be used as a tool to date, but a tool for introduction. So I'm gonna go in there.
Introduction. Okay.
I'm gonna talk to these people that I may not meet in real life, but I'm not gonna do the dating there. Like, let's go out of the app as soon as possible and really have a real conversation in person.
Yes, actually. I know you've never been on a dating app, Ann. Pero,
But ikaw, Pao, have you been?
no, yeah, I have.
Talaga?
I've
So
actually,
paano yun? Pagka kunwari, you selected me. Selected me?
Oo.
Tingnan mo,
Match,
No,
my
you
love.
match.
The term is match.
Yeah.
Oo,
with me,
kasi
yes.
diba you select? I
No,
mean,
but then
you
no,
have
you
several
have to
matches,
match.
but you pick.
Yeah, but then you only know if you matched if the person matches with you. But no, but the for me, kasi when I think you're right, Coach. Na you can't do the dating on the app. I think that's perfect kasi that's what makes it feel transactional. It doesn't feel real. Kailangan may IRL, diba? As the kids say.
Absolutely.
IRL. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I don't think they use that anymore. But
I don't know. Pero
Yeah.
no, but then when you have it, so old. When you have that type of at least yung introduction, at least yung textual connection. Ayun, yung
Yes,
textual
yes, you
connection.
need that.
You have to bring it to real life. Dati,
Absolutely.
sa dating app, sorry.
Sige.
Again, if my parents are watching, I'm so sorry. Yung policy ko dati, if you're talking for a week and you don't meet up, what's the point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diba? Like, what's the point?
You're right, Pao, because there could only be so much time for you to decide. It's either you want to meet them or you don't want to meet them.
Exactly. Kasi kung hindi, shady siya eh.
Paano naman, Coach, kasi those who want to broaden their horizons, not through the dating app, but through the places they're in, kung saan sila exposed. But
Work,
for those
yeah.
whose hangout places are just work or school, how can they broaden their horizons, create more connections? And maybe not through the dating app?
Yes,
Paano ba?
yes.
Uso pa ba yung going to the club?
Hindi. Alam mo, ano gusto
meeting
nyo? Yung singles events ni Coach V.
Yeah, of course. Pero kasi before nung time ko, you go to the clubs and then
club.
you meet
Yeah.
people there.
Then you take a picture with
diba?
them in the dark just to make sure na sa umaga they look the same.
Which, most likely, baka hindi.
No, seryoso yun.
Pag naghilamos na, iba na yung itsura.
Labas mo yung digicam mo, tapos kailangan may flash. Tapos to the next day, check mo, maganda ba talaga to? Okay,
Tapos,
sige.
Tapos, Pao, since it's a club, so medyo nakainom ka pa nun. So, hindi mo alam if they really, if the way that you're looking at them is really how they...
Or, di ba, before, reto-reto ng friends.
Yeah.
Oy,
diba?
actually.
So, how do
Yes,
you
yes.
do that now?
As a professional reto person.
Right. So, of course, as a matchmaker, one of the ways that we do our matchmaking is by banking on their commonalities. So, this is why niche events are being on trend. Running events,
Uy,
diba?
mga
You
run
have
club.
coffee
Yeah.
party events wherein there is no alcohol,
Coffee
but you love
rave.
people. Coffee rave, you're
Yeah.
right, Anne. And some other niche, like if you like paddle, if you like painting, and of course, like us doing this singles event, one of the reasons why we're doing it, because there's a common ground. The common ground is you're emotionally available to find somebody. I'm also interested to find somebody. Then why don't we just gather in one room and get to know each other? No pressure.
No, I think you're right. Yung mga niche events. Kasi
Yeah.
yung mga run club, diba? It's either my pace or yours. Diba?
Yeah.
Or yung
My
sa,
place or yours?
kapag, or
My
tennis.
place or my pace?
My pace.
Pace.
Kasi after,
Ano,
hindi,
bakit
kasi
place?
after, kasi
My
after the
place.
run, my place
Hindi,
or
my
yours?
pace. No, hindi. After na mag-coffee ka.
During the
Advance.
run place.
ba?
After
My
the run
gosh.
place.
Oh my gosh, Anne. I don't know
And
what you're talking
conservative
about.
tayo, my
Oh
love.
my
Conservative,
gosh.
sorry, morning show. nga
Morning
pala.
show.
Oh my
PG
gosh.
naman na tayo eh.
I think we always were PG. No, but then,
My place or yours? I was
no,
like, my place.
I
parang
was
aga.
also going to say, pati yung mga sa tennis, diba? Kasi in
Yes.
tennis, love is nothing. But outside of tennis, love is everything.
Wow, look at that.
Kasi,
See? So, yeah.
yes, into tennis na ako.
That's
For those
But do you
wondering.
feel that, in this digital era, pwede pa rin magkaroon ng genuine connections?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Whether there's technology or not, it's in our human nature to find somebody to love and to want love. So whether it's with the help of tech or whether it's going to be offline, people will seek love. But the question is, are you going to the right places to meet the right people?
Ako, basta
Isip
ako,
tayo dun,
sa date, again, for those in dating apps, no judgment. It's not about how you start. It's
Yeah.
about how you fit. Kasi dati naalala ko, may stigma of saying like, oh, I'm in a relationship and we met on Tinder
Yes.
or on Bumble.
And they hide it
Oh,
before.
and they hide it.
Yes.
Oh, they come up with whatever
Why?
stories. Oh, no.
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's
but
Kasi
then-
may ganong image before.
Yeah, dati.
Okay,
But then
okay.
right now, I literally know 3 or 4 couples who were married because
Yeah.
they got met.
My friend too.
Because they met in Tinder,
Yes.
Bumble, or wherever, right? So,
right.
I mean, like, it's different. And maybe that's the key of getting rid of the transactional label. Kasi,
Yeah.
you know, if you foster that connection outside the app, even if you start through the app, I think that's the solution.
And it's such a beautiful thing for people to embrace their truth. Whether you've found your person on a dating app, that is your truth. That is how your love story started. That is what God has planned for your love
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Diba? So embrace it. And at the same time, it is a waste of technology not to use dating apps. So go
Yeah.
leverage it, but do not stay there forever. It's still the human connection, the in-person connection that will make you fall in love.
Ooh.
So there you have it, guys.
Yes, sir.
In this digital age, digital era, you can still find genuine connections, real love, not transactional love. Thank you very much, Coach V. Thank you so much for your time. Another interesting topic.
Oh,
from
I
Coach V
love it.
today.
And we're
Yes.
still working on the first ever official Asis-Carilo dating profile.
Yes, yes.
Just to see.
Ako lagi guinea pig on
You
the
know-
show.
you know
No,
what?
I've had it. You never had it.
Okay.
We could actually make one and show it on the next show.
Oh my! It'll be so good. See how many matches
If
you
Anne
get.
was single, diba?
Oh my
How
gosh.
is it gonna look like?
Oh my gosh! All right. So
And
as we
that's a
work on
wrap,
that,
guys.
as we work on that, that's a wrap for us on our show this Tuesday, July 15. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool, take it easy.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Hope you have a good one. Remember to choose joy and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Only here on It's a
Beautiful Day.
Day.
You